All right, today we're working on the right front fender support. This rail that goes forward has to be straight. So we looked online at some pictures to see the actual angle, and the header panel on this car is actually low on both sides. So we're working on the right side right now. What I'm doing is using a floor jack, and then I'm using a pipe to slowly push up on this frame rail.
You want me to do it while you hold the thing straight?
Sure. Easy, slow.
Just needs to come up more in that
Because if you look here, this looks good. This actually looks good right here.
So it's just this part now? But the thing is, it cannot be that.
Let's bang that fender out. The one that we took off this side, let's bang that fender out and line it up to this to see. Because if I could get a, not this, but an actual straight object in here, that's as tall as this, I don't know if I have one like that. What I need is something like a straight bar, like this, to get in.
Since that started leaking so much, that means we can't start the engine without overheating now.
I'm not worried about starting you guys. I'll get that. Go ahead. Go ahead. Perfect. Keep going. Hold your foot there. Yep. Keep going.
I don't want to lift it off the jack. Just tell me when it
I'm
does.
watching the jack. Oops. Don't lower it fast. It's off the jack. Just lower it. Hang on. Lower down very slowly. Watch Xiaomi's truck. That brought it up a lot. That did bring it up a lot. All right, so now we've worked this fender support, this fender frame rail, fender rail support here up a lot higher where the tire was actually rubbing on it. So we've cleared the tire now, we're good. What I want to do now is kind of just finish working its way up. And all this twisted metal, we're going to straighten out as much as we can with a hammer. And on the inside is also. But most of this, up to this body line right here, is going to be covered by the whole fender. The fender comes way in to here. So this does not need to be pretty. This is in no shape or form a show car and never will be. This is a driver to have fun with. And a lot of this little stuff like this can be just... See? It's a lot of easy stuff. I'm not worried about any of that. So I'm just going to keep working my way to get this straight and fix things in between. to try lifting up on this a little more again. Is that body hammer at? Okay. No, that. Actually, let's use this.
That was by the dents before.
No, with the body hammer. Because the metal's so much weaker.
This still needs to come up. Like that there. So not much further.
Hang on a second. I don't like it. See, when you're jacking without me telling you, you want to crush my hands?
Well,
I
no,
didn't tell
now
you
it's
to.
not sliding.
Okay. It's sliding, okay. Yeah.
What about the inverse way? What if you did it in the cupping manner?
What?
The opposite way.
Like this? No, it'll slide.
Well, that's also cupped around the fender that way.
That's alright. Let's stop here. Where was this one? Yeah. We're still recording?
Yeah.
Let's stop.
You want me to stop it?
Alright, so I mocked up the old fender, the banged up fender. I actually banged a lot of this out. I mean, this is not the fender we're going to reuse. We just wanted to use it for alignment, making sure that this frame rail underneath here is straight. The overflow tank had a hole in it from the accident, so we were able to bring it up as much as we could for now. You can see there's a small gap here still underneath this whole little gap here. We're going to still work on that, but where it lines up to the core support, it's there pretty close. I got one bolt holding it in place right now. So this thing has come up probably a good 6 to 8 inches. It was crushed down, and just kept working with it, and we got that up. So we're taking a break from this one because basically we want to make the car mobile. Right now this car is not even close to being mobile because of there's something wrong in every corner of this car basically. So this car, the tire was rubbing on the inner wheel well. I took the tire off. The wheel well is much higher now, and it should not rub now because the wheel well is actually right where it needs to be. So this side's done. I'm just going to keep the fender on there for now, less stuff on the floor. Right now, we're actually working on pulling the big rear quarter dent out. I've already removed the interior panel, and I'm going to see if I can access this from the inside here. I'm going to show you here. So while Isaiah is using a heat gun here, we're using a heat gun to soften the metal so it's not as hard and rigid. And what we're doing from the inside is I got 2 access ports. I got one here and one down low. So, and there's another one down here also. So I'll be able to bang this out real good. And remember, this rear quarter is not going to be visible. It's going to have the wide body rear quarter flares on it. So it only needs to be good up to about this body line right here. That's it, maybe a little bit higher. Once we get the fender flares in and mock them up, we'll make lines on the body and see where the body needs to be straight enough to mock up that wide body rear quarter flare. So we're going to go ahead and work on this dent right here. The back one we looked at, and we're going to have to drop the tank. We're going to have to drop the gas tank to get down real low for that right there. And there's hardly any gas in this car anyway, so we'll work on that also. But for now, we're going to focus on the forward rear quarter right there.
What about this guy? Your hands.
Take a break.
Did you just hit here?
Yeah.
Oh shit, you just gotta go over this way more, and then you'll have that dent out. That's where the body ends. Like the rear quarter kind of thing. Here in the middle. I'm gonna start heating that up.
Not that close, man.
I wanna concentrate the heat on that area.
Still gotta bang this. Look.
Yeah. I don't, this actually up here is mostly good. Go over to the back of the car more with it. So you were here just now. You just gotta be here.
Alright, what's up? Stop.
This is the revolver. It needs to be getting out like that.
We can fill that.
Yeah.
Alright, let's take a break. Take a break.
So we gotta figure out what we're gonna do with this.
Yeah, I'm gonna see if I can put some down there. So this recorder bulged out. Here, let's take a look at this real quick. Get out of the way. Out of the camera view. You're in front of the camera. You're totally in front of the camera. Let's take a look now. Oh, okay. I see what has to come this way still. This part of the door structure.
Well, that fender looks so much better.
The gap is perfect here. Remember before it was touching? Before this was touching right there.
You can definitely tell where that needs to come out still.
Well, the door's also dented. The door's also dented.
Yeah, but that bottom, you can definitely see, including the the black spot at the bottom.
No, watch out.
Watch that, so much better.
Back and forth. Anything? Nothing?
Are you hitting here?
No, I'm trying to hit lower. I'm over here. Alright, I'm gonna jump out the car.
Careful with the glass.
Huh?
I try to clean out all the glass, but be careful. Where the dents are now.
Oh, I can feel all the way down here too.
Awesome.
Something else down here. It's super hot.
Sorry. That's gonna be so sick. That means there's like no dents except for up front once we finish with this. That's so sick. Oh, and the roof too. I don't know how we're gonna do the roof, but we will somehow.
Massive beauty nails, man. Alright, now I know the difference. You see? Oh yeah, right there. I'm right on it.
Alright.
How's that rear quarter near the bumper? Is it good?
No. Alright. Tap it real quick. Yeah, you gotta keep working your way down and down and down there.
Is that out already where it is supposed to be though? Where I'm at?
No.
Let me see it.
Look, you can see it dips. It dips in a lot. But what about this big dent? You said you were right on it.
Oh, I didn't like that. I was banging down like that.
Look, you need to come here, and then you just gotta keep working your way down. Look, let me feel your hand.
Yeah, but I can't
Feel
get
how
down
it
that
comes
far.
out.
I can't get down that far. I'm trying to bang this out right here. See this corner? This corner here is fucked. Yeah.
Put these on.
Yeah.
Hey, put these on, man.
I'm okay. I'm not.
Dude, I literally felt like ears ringing. Oh, I see where you're hitting. So look, you were hitting your way down. If you look here, look, this needs to come here.
Yeah, I can't reach that far. I got all this out.
Yes, yeah, you were hitting. Look where you were hitting. If you just keep hitting.
Yeah, there's a big breather right there.
That's where you have to hit, and then if that's flush, then you have to get this here, and then that's.
This is gonna be body fillered. Because remember.
All of that.
Yeah.
Like this can't come out more. You hit it out and it went back in already. Like, why don't you just take the rubber mallet and hit right here? Like, can you hit right here with the rubber mallet?
This has to come out right here.
That's my hand.
I know. But like this.
Like,
I already fucked that up. This right here is popped up. See it right here? This one too, look, all the way up. Trying to get this out. That's what I'm hitting right now.
warm that up.
That's really out. If we had the gas tank out, we'd probably go together.
Oh, you just broke through the body.
I did?
Yeah.
Well, that's not a good thing to do.
Too draggy.
Yeah.
Can you use it to go low? To take that out? Can you bring this out? Put it over here.
No,
I don't know what you're hitting. Oh, you're breaking through the body here now.
it has to be round, blunt object. That's what we're using. All right, so we finished for today. Today was official day 3. We took a day off yesterday. So we pulled this rear quarter out a lot. This rear quarter was a lot worse. than what it looks like right now. We were able to pull out this whole rear quarter right here. This was real bad. The door opens and closes nice now. Tomorrow we're going to work on pulling this rocker panel out. Just going to remove the carpet on this side and the kick panel, that door sill right there, and basically bang out this corner from as low as we can get to. The fender's just mocked up right now, but we talked about that earlier where we raised the fender up as much as we could. We're going to try to bring it up another inch or so tomorrow in this front section. We pulled the wheel well up so that the tire doesn't rub anymore. Like I said, the fender's just mocked up right now. I straightened out the hood a little bit just to try to see if I can get a body line on this fender, but it won't go down anymore because the other side strut tower is still pretty messed up. But from this side, car's looking a lot better. Tomorrow we're going to work on pulling that rocker panel out, and I'm going to pull the door panel off tomorrow and bang that dent out on the door. This side, we didn't really do too much on this side today. This side I kind of banged out a little bit over here. This was creased. This was creased pointing up. And I was able to work it down and get it flat again. This needs to be a lot worked and aligned a lot more, but we're getting somewhere. Let me show you inside the wheel well here. So this still needs to come out. It's pretty banged up. You can see this is where the car took the significant hit right here. And you can see where the strut tower separated from the frame rail here. So I'm going to save this piece probably for last as far as what we're doing right now to make the car mobile. We're going to be getting the new inner and outer tie rods. That's the inner tie rod where it connects up to the steering rack. And then obviously right here on the knuckle or the spindle. Those should be in probably tomorrow. Then after we fix all this banged up material right here, still got to work on this frame rail. Let me see if I can get a good shot. The frame rail got kicked up right there. I'm going to see how much I can straighten out from the inside banging down. But my plan is to grind down the front frame rail right here. And then where it goes straight in the back, I'm going to see if I can weld up new support for the whole frame rail. And they sell a universal frame rail kit that goes from the front to the back. And this car is a full frame car. It's not a unibody. So we should be able to make something like that work. But that's going to be probably the biggest structural project of this car. So for today, day 3 of our Skyline R32 project is done. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and stay tuned as we continue to rebuild this thing.